Degenerocity video. He just posted a new Wild Confessions video, and I'm so excited for this because I love his confession videos and they're always super fun to react to. So that's what we're doing today. If you want to, you can join us over at Twitch to watch these reactions live, and I also stream games on YouTube, so yeah.
Hello? Welcome back
Hello?
to More Confessions, where I read some of your wild and weird stories that you guys have sent me.
What the? What was that?
Where
What was
I
that?
read some of your wild and weird stories.
I'm not saying that out loud because you guys are gonna use the sound clip out of context, to femboys, even though I'm married with 3 children. Was one of you guys, wasn't it? I know it. I can feel it.
Stories that you guys have sent me. I don't need a long intro trying to explain rada rada rada. The title is self-explanatory. Let's just get started.
It is.
I have a crush on Yoshi from Super Mario. I made like 20 different AI bots of him, and I've had like 4 kids with each of them.
Okay, that is probably the most insane hear me out I have ever read. Yoshi from Super Mario? That person is a freak! Actual freak! Holy frick! I'm flattered you think any of us would be married. I have faith in you guys. I'm sure one day you could get married. Well, I mean, some chatters are married, although it's only like 1% of you guys. But still, 1% is bigger than 0, so...
You know they say start off strong, but this might be a little too strong. Are you okay? Do you need help? Like, I love Yoshi too, but Yoshi looks like a stray animal. It's like a dinosaur.
I mean, yeah, he kind of does look like a turtle. Oh, that person should probably be kept away very, very far from any zoos. Just saying.
Turtle thing. I don't know what Yoshi is, but there's definitely
He's
no
like a
human
fat
traits
dinosaur.
to Yoshi. Has it ever crossed your mind that
Well, he has shoes. That's kind of human.
this is not healthy? You are already too far gone. So like, I don't know how to say this, but I basically ate a live spider for $2 because I needed to buy this thing in a game to gamble so I could win. I lost all my money. You see?
Dude, $2? This person does not value themselves in the slightest. $2 is insane.
The only reason you lost all your money is because $2 is nothing to gamble with. Imagine if you put in
99% of gamblers quit before they make it big. /joke, I do not condone gambling. Do not gamble, please. Put the credit card down right now.
$50, you're almost guaranteed to win. All gamblers give up before they hit it big. Remember that for next time. I went downstairs one morning in my college dorm room to see my drunk roommate making out with my professor. And my professor said if I stayed quiet, I get an A on my next test. So you imagine I never told anyone. And come to the next test, I see I get a freaking C-. That jack lied to me. So I did the natural thing and ratted both of them out. And the professor got fired and my dorm roommate got kicked out. So I get a whole dorm room to myself. A win-win, I guess? That's a win to me.
I mean, honestly, that was valid. That was so valid. I mean, the professor has no sense of self-preservation. If somebody has that level of blackmail on you, you get them a freaking A. He had it coming for him.
You get a high five. My homeboy got jumped over a bucket of chicken. It was crazy, but it was kind of his fault for bringing a whole bucket of chicken to school. You see, I don't really
That's kind of victim blamey. He just wanted to have his chicken. Nah, that's foul. What can I say? That chimkin was good. It must have been. It really must have been.
Understand this confession. You blaming your homeboy for bringing food to school so he doesn't have to starve for the day or eat the cafeteria food? How is this his fault? If I brought a lunchbox to school and a bunch of dudes jumped me, robbing me for my lunchbox, is it my fault for bringing a lunchbox to school? No. You just go to a school with people with no manners.
That's what
Crazy
I'm
that you victim blaming your homie. You're not a real homie. When I was younger, I would read fanfics all the time, and I would occasionally write fanfics about people and teachers at school doing it. One day,
it kept getting worse. Oh my god.
My friends found out, and that stupid stink snitch leaked it around the school. It was so bad I couldn't even show my face around school, and I almost got expelled. My reputation went down too fast, and people would read it out loud. In one of my fanfic, I wrote it with me and my crush. He ended up printing it out and showing people it like ho Regina George did.
This is so bad. This is so bad. Bro, I would literally lock myself in my bedroom and never show my face in public again. I mean, to be fair, it is. I'm gonna to be a little victim blamey here, but why the frick did you even do that? I mean, if you're gonna like have fanfic of people that you know in real life, at least change their names and don't post it on the internet. At that point, it's your fault. Just saying.
At that point, I just wanted to move away and start fresh from all this embarrassment.
I feel like
in
it's
the
already
end,
too late,
I moved
buddy.
away, but there are people who would DM me and ask if I was the weird girl who wrote stories about the school. I think the moral of this story is never tell your friends about your hobbies. They will only judge you. I've stolen
I don't
hundreds of
think
dollars.
that's the moral of the story. I don't think that's the moral of the story at all. No, the moral is not, don't be a weirdo. Exactly. That's not a hobby. That's not a hobby, bro. At that point, that's literally harassment. I would be freaked out if I found out that somebody in my school was writing freaky fan fiction about me. Like, that is actual freaking stalker level shit. I would lock my doors at night and freaking tremble.
Worth of items from Walmart in the last year. Rookie numbers. You ever scanned a PS5 as a banana in the self-checkout? I don't think so. You gotta get those numbers up, bro. 2 weeks before I moved out of my ex-roommate's apartment, she kicked me off the Wi-Fi that we both paid for and lied to me about it. I work from home. She was a mess the entire time I lived with her. So on my last day there, before I left, I peed in her pickled onions jar. She deserved it. I hope she ate them all.
Oh my god! Reasonable crash out, chat. If this is a reasonable crash out to you, I am scared of you. Look. Proportion, you know? Yeah, sure, it was a shitty move to kick her out of the Wi-Fi, but you could have, like, cut her headphone wire so that she has to buy a new one. But Jesus, peeing in her freaking pickles is disgusting. That's nasty. That's just freaking nasty.
All up. You know what? I'm on your side. She deserved it.
Oh
Mainly
my
because
God,
she
no.
be eating pickled onions. Who eats that?
Well,
Back when I was a little
valid,
kid,
actually.
I never changed my socks and got some crazy athlete's foot. Like every other week I had it. I had like hella skin peeling off my foot and it was disgusting now that I think about it. Anyway, I used to peel off big chunks of it and eat it. If you wanna know, it was chewy and tasted low-key salty.
We need to bring back mental institutions. I'm being so for real right now. We need to bring back mental asylums. That person is not fit to live in society, okay?
I did not need to know. I can't believe we all used to do this. We?
We?
Who's we?
Who the fuck is
this in
we?
my life. Huh? One time, a few months back, I had a girl in my class that I thought was fine. Like, I mean, a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
So when I finally asked her to be my partner, she said she liked me too. We were in love, and I saw my whole life with her already. Fast forward.
I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. This is going too well. What the hell is gonna happen? She's a demon. She's a demon. That's a confession.
Forward a couple months, and she wanted to tell me something. I asked her what, and she told me something that changed my perception for a good time.
What?
She was a lesbian, and she was dating this girl for almost 4 to 5 years while she was dating me for 6 months. I was shook and didn't even know how to react. I immediately hung up and ended the relationship and reflected for almost the whole day.
Why the f did she do that? I don't get it. She cheated on her 5-year girlfriend with a dude, even though she knew she was a lesbian. What is wrong with that woman? What the frick?
I gave everything to her, and she would break me just like that? I couldn't believe it. I've gotten over it after a bit, thankfully, and I've set my sights on someone else. I know this is a confessions thing,
good
but I was
for
wondering
him.
if you had any advice. Thanks. Aw, man, that's sad, bro.
I mean, there's not even any advice that you can give to that. The girl was just an asshole. Not even his fault.
By the way, love your vids, and you can't beat Godzilla, little bro. What?
I think he could.
I was feeling sorry for you, but now you said that bull. I'm not giving you no advice. Instead, I'm gonna curse you. I place a curse that all of your future girlfriends will be secretly gay. You're never gonna find true love. Don't you ever say I can't beat Godzilla again.
Justifiable crash out.
When I was in college, both me and my roommate were hardcore weebs. We were so into male idol anime, and I set my iPad's alarm to a hot anime boy's voice whispering. Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper.
In college? I mean, if you did that in like middle school, understandable, but in college? Did somebody hear it though? Oh my god. Imagine like they go back to their parents' house and they're like, they have that as an alarm, and then their mom goes to wake them up for like breakfast or something, and then there's just an anime boy on their phone.
It went off in a crowded bus, max volume.
Oh my god, that is way worse than what I imagined. Oh my god, that is so much worse than I imagined.
It took me a minute to turn that She was embarrassed as well. She pretended she didn't even know me. Okay, even
Valid.
though that is embarrassing, you should have kept it on for the rest of the bus ride. It's another way to establish dominance. I was one.
Bro, this guy, this freaking dude. Why is he like this? Bro, Degenerocity would be a perfect fit for being a VTuber. He has the perfect level of unhinged and absolutely mentally insane to be a VTuber. He would be perfect.
Once with my homeboy. This was in high school. I was a young guy, so we were hungry and decided to ask our parents for money to go buy food. They said no, so we decided to do the next logical chain of events. Burn down a house. We broke.
What? Bro, teenagers are actually demons. Teenagers are actually just tiny. Well, actually, a lot of them are taller than. They are young demons. How is that? Okay, I need to know the freaking explanation.
Down inside a house that was like a few streets away from our neighborhood and grabbed a lot of stuff. But my homie accidentally dropped a torch.
So not only did they burn down the house, but they were trying to rob it. And then they burned down the house. Couldn't you have just made sandwiches at home? Did you really want to go to McDonald's that bad?
still wonder what it was doing there. And fire started taking.
Honestly, what the... A torch? What the f is this? D&D? Why the f was there a torch there?
Over the place. We panicked and ran away. Next day, we seen on the news the same house, and apparently it burned down with a cat inside.
Somebody needs to find that person. Somebody needs to find that person. I'm not allowed to say violent things in YouTube and Twitch, but I think you know.
We haven't been caught, and nobody knows we did it to this day. Please don't judge me. That was like a decade ago. You lucky.
Please don't judge me! I just committed arson! I'm just a little guy. F you.
I wasn't collecting emails for this confession, because if I was... Ooh, I'm snitching.
He should.
I
would
boyfriend,
snitch
but I
too.
low-key want to hook up with this guy in my theater program. Bro, just break up with your boyfriend. Like, for real, for real. Cheating is bad, and you also don't want to be known as the cheating ex. That label will be stuck on you for life, for good reason. And if you're already having lustful feelings for this...
Oh my god, Bro, this gif is a weakness of mine. I can't. Somebody once commented that my YouTube profile picture looks like this gif, and I have never looked at it again in the same way. Not cool, YouTube commenter. If you're watching this right now, you traumatized me permanently, okay? I'm gonna have you know.
This random dude in your theater program, you're obviously not messing with your boyfriend like that. So you got two options. Stay with your boyfriend and work with the relationship, or break up with him and
Just break
slow
up.
off. I know breaking up with him will
What was
cause his
that?
heart to break, but you know what's a bigger heartbreak? Him breaking up with you because you cheated. That's horrible, bro.
I mean, I feel like it would be more of a heartbreak for him to just find out that she cheated, you know? Just break up with him.
Bro, cheating should never be
Stop
an
being a
option.
sleuth.
Plus, you'll go to hell. And hell don't sound pretty. They don't got Wi-Fi down there. I don't like that. That's my
true.
advice. Dang, I should be a psychologist or something. One time I was in the bathroom stall and my intrusive thoughts took over and I wanted to see if I could pee from above the toilet. I put one foot on the toilet paper dispenser and another on the handicap rail and just let it rip.
Some people really need hobbies. This is what lack of hobbies does to a mother. What kind of up science experiment is this?
Fortunately, I completely missed and flooded the floor. On the way down, I slipped on the now slippery handicap rail and broke my arm. So what did we learn?
Bro, these confessions, when I think that they're already bad enough, they somehow always manage to get worse. How do you even explain that to something? Hey, mom, I was trying to pee from above the stall and I broke my arm. Can you take me to the doctor, please?
Learn here. Don't try to do trick shots while peeing like you sponsored by Red Bull.
Yes.
Instead, always pee while sitting down. Men included. Just to make sure no splashes go anywhere, sit down while you
Valid.
pee. Even at the urinals.
Oh
Hello,
my-
fam.
How do you sit in a... Okay, I don't want to know, actually.
Big fan from Tampa here. My brother got the cops called on him because his bit was tripping. One day in October 2024, my brother came in my room talking about how he missed being in a relationship after breaking up with his ex. I told him to move on and forget about her. Later that week, he came running to my room crying his eyes out. I'm confused as hell and asked, Dude, the F wrong with you? He then proceeds to show me his recent text with his
Oh,
ex.
come
He went back
on.
to her, shake my head. After reading
That is always a mistake. Don't do that ever.
the BS on the screen, I realized the dude said he was gonna off himself if they didn't get back together that night. Even later that night, the cops come to our door for an evaluation check because the girl
Oh
called the
my
cops like
God.
the decent person she is. My brother has no game, bruh. Anyway, peace out, love the vid. Wait,
I would be so disappointed if I found out that I was related to somebody that stupid.
I'm confused. When did this method get patched? I've been texting everybody I've ever had a crush on with texts like these.
Where's my daughter?
And you're telling me this method don't work? Is that why I never get a text back? I killed the class pet. Telling me this method don't work?
What was that?
Is that why I never
Chad, this is how you guys flirt. This is why only 1% of you have wives.
get a text back? I killed the class pet on accident, bro. It was an
Why?
ugly-ass guinea pig named some bull.
Again? Dude, the last Degenerocity confessions that we watched, there were like multiple people that either hurt or killed hamsters and guinea pigs. Why? Dude, guinea pigs are humanity's biggest freaking victims. Oh my god, these people are demons.
Oh, I forgot the name. I gave the guinea pig half of my guacamole my mother packed for whatever reason. I did not know avocados were poisoned in them. Also, we had
That's not funny. Not fun enough. Ugh. Well, I don't know how to feel about this one. Well, at least he didn't do it on purpose, I guess. But like, whenever I'm giving an animal like human food or any kind of food that isn't specifically made for that animal, I always Google it first to know if it's safe. It's a little funny. It's a little funny, but it's also really tragic. I feel bad for the little baby.
had a rat infestation in my school, so one of the rats found its way into the guinea pig cage and bit the guinea pig and it ate the guacamole. R.I.P.
Dude! Rat on rat violence! This is insane! The rats! Bro, I feel so bad for that guinea pig!
You little you probably tasted good though. Also,
What?
we saw a crucified rat behind the school during a fire drill. What? I
What?
once fake cried at a funeral.
What does that mean?
Just so I wouldn't get kicked out of the will. And the wildest part, I barely knew the dude. He was like my mom's second cousin's ex-husband or some but he
I mean, the fact that person put you in the will is kind of impressive.
made the best banana bread I've ever tasted in my life. So when I found out
07.
he was rich and dying, I showed up like R.I.P. King with tears on demand. 2 weeks later, boom, I get a check for $837.47 in the mail. No
Nice.
explanation, I cashed that and bought a weighted blanket, 2 anime figurines, and a mechanical keyboard that lights up. Was it morally
Okay, those are interesting purchases.
wrong? Absolutely. Would I do it again? Honestly,
I
maybe.
mean, I don't think it was that bad. All he did was cry. Like, sure, it was fake, but the guy was already dead. I don't think he really cares about it, you know?
Depends on the snacks. I don't know how to feel about this. Yeah, it's morally wrong to do this, but the dude's already dead and he don't need the money, so... You do you! You do you! Back in college, I had a roommate who kept stealing my leftovers like it was a sport. I warned him, he laughed. So one day, I took a dump, froze it, shaved it like dark chocolate, and dusted it over a homemade...
Dude, this cannot be that common, right? Either these people are straight up pretending and like making shit up, or doing this kind of stuff is like much more common than I thought it was. Cause this is not the first type of confession like this that we get in his videos. Oh my god, I am so glad that I have no enemies and that I'm a super nice person to everybody and I'm super polite, because these things are scary. Imagine somebody hating you that much.
made tiramisu. Left it in the fridge like bait. Bro ate the whole thing and said, and I quote, "It's earthy with death." I looked him dead in the...
How does somebody literally eats shit and doesn't notice? I would be concerned for him. I would take him to a doctor. How do you literally eat shit? Bro's cooking level is 100. Bro is such a good cook that he managed to make shit taste good, apparently.
in the eye and said,
Yeah, it's an ancient family recipe.
he licked the
Bruh.
plate clean and asked for seconds. I packed my bags and vanished. Never paid the rent. Never told a soul.
I mean, I don't know if I would want to live with somebody that literally ate shit and was happy about it.
Never saw him again. And honestly, I never wanted to. Feeding your roommate Dookie Misu is wild, but you did warn him. I'm on your side. I interned at a hospital once.
I mean, yeah, he was... I mean, he was kind of a piece of shit, but I don't know if he deserved to eat a piece of shit for it, you know?
And in the emergency room, there was some old lady who ate a whole bag of edibles. So when I had to clean up her vomit, she asked me, "Where are you from, boy?" And I politely said I was born in Florida. And she said, "Where are you really from?" That ticked me off, so when I had to get her some water, I still had the bag of her vomit, so I mixed a little of her vomit in that water. She didn't even notice, and I was laughing my ass off.
Chat, if this isn't enough reason for you to treat everyone you meet in real life like they are the king of a country, I don't know what else is. People are evil. Be nice to them. Otherwise, you will be a victim. That's the lesson I'm getting from these.
W. My aunt being a terrible
Not
person.
W! Generosity!
So my great-grandpa passed away recently, but when he was alive, my aunt used his money like the greedy demon she is. She bought Botox, a new car, and designer clothes. My great-grandpa couldn't do anything because he was an old, frail man and a bit senile. My mom and other aunts and uncles even went to court because she used all their inheritance money to buy stuff. However, when I was at my great-grandpa's funeral, I saw my aunt and knew she had to pay. So I went into the other room where the food was and put
Oh no, not again. Not again! Oh my god.
a little bit of laxatives. My aunt, being the fat bitch she was, ate
Okay, that's not funny. That's not funny. I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing. You're laughing. Shut up.
9 cupcakes, 6 cookies, and 4 slices of cake.
Jesus. How do you even fit that much food in a human being? Jesus, woman.
A few minutes later, she was crying in the bathroom and letting it all out. None
Wait,
of my
what about
family
the other
members at the
people?
funeral ate anything because I made a group chat and told them not to eat anything to warn them. After the funeral, my mom gave
I was like, what about all the other people? What about the other innocent people?
me $50 and said, "Today, you made the family proud." That story moved me.
That is hilarious.
I
That is
hate your
actually
attitude.
hilarious.
So basically, after me and my ex broke up, I had a really bad episode. I have bipolar disorder. And I ended up talking to like 3 different guys and doing the deed with one of them. My ex got real upset because I moved on too fast. When he and my ex-friend were talking to each other, and they both called me crazy and got me sent to the psych ward. And then fast forward after I got out in about a month or 2, my ex is now talking to another one of my ex-friends and told me he didn't love me as much as he thought he did, and that he loves her more.
If she killed him, I'm gonna justify it. I would say it's valid. I would say it's valid. Honestly, that guy is the devil. That guy is the devil.
Anyways, I might get back with him, so
Okay, honestly, you are f***ing stupid, girl. You deserve everything that comes for you. You are dumb. You are dumb and stupid. Nah. Frick you. You're dumb. You deserve that freaking awful guy that you have. You deserve that stupid man that you have. You dumb.
Are you guys okay?
What a
Like,
dumbass.
are you good? My family's
No.
from Africa, and one time while we were visiting, we reached a point in the mountains that was too dangerous to have all of us stay in the car. I don't know, they just said we had to walk. As we're walking through a farm area my family owns, my dad breaks out of the conversation he was in, looks straight at me and my brother and points to a spot on the ground and tells us, "Your uncle killed his own brother with an axe right there. They were fighting over land because one of them hadn't even paid off theirs and still wanted more." Went straight.
Dad, you can't just drop lore like that and pretend that nothing happened. To be fair, classic dad stories. Oh, here's the most traumatizing lore about me and our family that you never heard before. Anyways, what do you want for dinner, son? Yeah, cool. McDonald's? Okay, we can get McDonald's.
Straight back to his own convo like ain't shit happened. I don't even
my
remember their
God.
names. My dad had like 12 siblings. 9 now
Jeez.
because of the war and stuff. Dads always have the craziest lores. This is just
That
a
is
proven
insane.
fact now. If I could, I'd bag Pearl from Steven Universe. Any of them. Not the yellow
Well, fair.
Pearl though. I mean, you say any
Yeah,
of
the
them.
yellow pearl is a bitch. If you guys have watched Steven Universe, the yellow pearl is annoying as f. The other ones are cute though.
But Pearl is your #1 option? What about Amethyst? Garnet?
Nah, I'm not a fan of amethyst. Well, I don't like Garnet by herself, but Sapphire. Why am I even explaining this lore? Probably half of you have never watched Steven Universe. You don't even know what I'm saying. Anyways.
Blue Diamond.
Blue Diamond is a base choice. Blue Diamond is a base choice. Lapis or Peridot? Okay, hold on. I understand Lapis, and I agree with Lapis, but Peridot? Peridot? Really? You do you, I guess.
Fluorite, bro.
Okay, what? That was worse than Peridot. Brother, there's no way. There's no way that he wants to bang Caterpillar Grandma. That is actually crazy.
Bro, there's so many baddies in that show. And you picking the girl who can't get over her first crush after 5,000 years? I don't want that.
No, wait, but he didn't say the pearl specifically. He said a pearl. There's a bunch of pearls. Not all of them are the pearl specifically.
On a baggage, so I'm not bagging Pearl. I used to work at a dairy farm, and I would make cheese. This one time, I beat my thing in the bathroom, didn't wash my hands, and went back.
Why though? Why? I'm never eating cheese again. I'm never eating anything again. I am going to stop eating. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I'm beyond traumatized. No, I'm never eating anything again, ever.
Back to making cheese. I want everyone to know that this guy is probably making the cheese that they be selling at stores and restaurants. This guy and probably multiple other dudes out there are the ones that are making your cheese and selling them to you for you to eat. Everybody, go in your fridges and pantries and check on your cheese right now. You might find some extra cheese in your cheese. So let me start this story by saying I don't condone my friend's actions.
That is not I'm scared. I'm already, oh God. That is a very scary way to start a story. Oh God.
So a while back when I was 16 and in high school, I was dating a girl. Long story short, after 2 years of us being together, in my senior year, I found out she was cheating on me. I was pretty sad, but it was a few months to graduation.
Oh my God, the friend is gonna kill the girlfriend. Chad, do you, oh no.
So I just cried for a little bit and moved on. A year later, I am in college studying for computer science.
Nerd! Sorry.
One of my homies who I told about her cheating took an internship at a pharmacy. Anyway, my ex Max came in for some pills. And apparently this guy was still mad about her cheating on me. So he switched her medicine. She had heart problems and apparently he gave her a different medication for people struggling with ADHD. Girl ended up going to the hospital because the entire time she thought she was taking her heart medication. My friend after this, boss checked the cameras and he claimed he did it by accident. They believed him, but he was still fired. To this day, I don't know what through his head. And the worst part, he only just told me. I had heard she went to the hospital, but he told me this year during a New Year's
Dude, that guy could literally go to jail for that. That's really bad. It is!
Eve party when I went back home. This happened nearly 3 years ago. I have gone a little low contact after that. I know this is a confession.
Bro, I would literally never talk to that person again. He basically attempted murder. Oh my God.
But should I drop my friend over this?
Yes!
Okay, outside of the very...
Yes, that person is a psycho. It doesn't matter if they did it, like, to protect your honor or whatever the They're crazy. That person is a dangerous individual.
Bad grammar in this confession. You in college? I will also say I don't agree or condone what your friend did. What they did was terrible and very illegal. Putting someone's life at risk just to get revenge that didn't even involve them. That's crazy. Your friend was crazy for doing that. So dropping them as a friend is kinda understandable.
Psycho. Literally a psycho.
But, okay, I'm only talking for myself here. But
what if he gets sad and wants to kill you next? Exactly, dude. However, you could have a friend who would do murder for you. Bro, you could be the next victim. I don't know if I wanna be friends with somebody like that, chat. I don't know about you guys, but you know, I kinda wanna survive for a bit longer. At least until I get like 100K subscribers on YouTube. That would be pretty cool if it ever happened.
But if I found out my homie did that to my ex that cheated, I'll tell him, yo, that's mad wrong for doing that. But you did that for me? You did that for little old me?
No.
You know,
no.
I might
That's literally yandere shit.
around and marry my homie, but that's just me.
Oh my God, yeah!
I gave my cousin head.
Oh my God.
I gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head. Okay.
Why are people like this? Why are people like, you cannot be that desperate. Like, there's no way that you're that freaking desperate. Oh my god, that's so disgusting. That is so disgusting.
I know this one's a joke, but I've gotten a lot of
Is it
confessions
though?
like this that
Is
go
it though?
into so much unnecessary detail about it. This is one of the
Ugh.
reasons why I canceled family confessions.
俺がバカなのかある晩とてもムラムラしてかぼち
Why
ゃを
is it in Japan? What?
使うことにした翌日パンプキンパイを食べ
No. No, no, this is the peanut butter all over again. This is the peanut butter. No, 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 no. Oh my god, and the worst thing is that they did it to themselves.
食べていたんだけど前の晩と同じかぼちゃを食べていたことに気づかなかった
Hi. Anata wa baka desu. Alright.
あなたはバカです。True. Yes.
So we at the last confession, and this one is...
Oh
this
no.
one's a doozy.
Okay, hold on. All of the other confessions have been like 30 seconds long. Why is the last one almost 3 minutes of the video? Buckle up, chat. Buckle up. I am so scared. I am so sorry for the trauma that we are all about to experience.
So a few years ago, I was dating this one girl. I thought I found the one. I really did.
Uh-oh.
This girl was perfect. Thicker than Nikki. And just about the nicest person I've ever
Dude.
met. Until one day, at midnight, around 1 a.m., that's not midnight, I get a video sent from her number, and it's her getting it on with some Asian guy. Naturally, I cried myself to sleep.
What?
I was already plotting some shit. I wake up in the morning, and as I'm just
Okay, this is a murder confession. This is a murder confession. Oh no.
laying there, crying in my bed, I get a text from her. She says she had gone out drinking and accidentally ended up sleeping with
Accidentally! People have no shame, do they? People actually have no shame. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
the guy, and he recorded it on her phone and sent it to me. Naturally, I didn't believe her ass. She even called me boohoo crying like I was the one who got cheated on. So I knew I had to get my lick back. I couldn't let that slide. I was pretty close to her mom, and to cut a long story short, I told her mom about what she did, and that let me
Okay.
get closer to her mom.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. He's actually gonna do the thing and become her stepdad. Oh no. Oh hell yeah. Chat! You are sick, chat!
I started hanging out with the mom more and more until eventually she let me, And we kept doing this for a while. She doesn't have a dad, so don't worry. I would never another man. I got
Oh yes, that makes it so much. Bro! Oh my god.
together a good few videos I was planning on sending to this bitch. But a while later, I found out that my ex had gotten diagnosed with cancer. So I sat there and thought to myself, am I really about to make a cancer patient's life
He
even
is-
worse?
he is going to
but
do
I'm
that.
in too deep now. So I still go visit her in the hospital with her mom
Oh my
because I think it's
God.
the right thing to do. Some months go by and she eventually dies, sadly. And in her
Okay.
final words to me, she didn't say it, but she had it written down to give the letter to me. And it said, I'm so sorry about what happened between me and that man. I really meant it when I said I didn't ever mean to cheat on you.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I still love you, and I wish I spent my final moments with you in your arms. I hate the thought of you moving on to someone else, but I know I deserved it. I'm sorry. I love you. And now,
Oh, why does that one kind of make me sad? Like, she's a horrible person, but I still have some empathy for her. This one's kind of making me sad.
I'm with her mom. Every now and then, I wake up feeling like a piece of shit for being with her mom, but I still am regardless. Moral of the story, don't ever get with a bitch who never had a father figure. That shit is a #1 sign to never get with her.
no.
Unless you want to get with the mom after your girl dies. Yeah, this one keeps me up at night. Bruh,
Yeah, this one is so messed up.
that's what you learned from the story? You learned nothing! Okay, that's all the courage I have with reading these confessions today. What I
Oh,
learned today is that you
jeez.
guys are very troubled people. Or you guys are
This one wasn't even worse than the other ones in the sense of like it was more unhinged than the other ones. It was just way more like emotionally f***ed up than the other ones.
very good writers. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. Thank you for everyone that submitted a confession. Unless you're a spammer, then I hate you. And in conclusion is my conclusion.
Bye bye, YouTube. thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun watching this video. I pray every day and I wait patiently until the next Degenerocity Confessions video because they're always bangers. So thank you guys so much for watching. Consider joining us over here at Twitch or on the YouTube gaming streams. And yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.